So, fortunately for me, the actual party itself is where I live, and it's literally like 2 blocks down. The wedding is at a house, and they have a nice backyard with the tennis court, so that's where they're gonna have their wedding. I have a little time. I just took a quick shower. Normally I don't get to do that, but I took a quick shower, and now I'm just gonna go through all the stuff that they requested, because I still have another hour to go, and make sure that I have everything they need. You know, with weddings, you have to make sure that you get all of the stuff. Out of all events that you're ever going to do, getting the details right in a wedding are the most important thing, because there is a fine line between mispronouncing a person's name or playing the wrong song for their grand entrance or for their first dance that can make or break you for the future, because the details are what give people confidence that you know what you're doing. You screw up on the details, they're less likely to book you later on. So we're gonna get to this right now, and let's get that music they need. Like I said before, this particular client, a lot of country music. So this will be fairly interesting. I have a pretty good knowledge of country. I just don't play country because it's just not typically what my clients ask for. I will pick and choose when I play country. The good thing about country and the good thing about weddings is you have a lot of opportunities to play music. So I can throw a lot of that country stuff while they're eating. If it's a good energy song, I can throw that in. But for the most part, I'm gonna sprinkle in the country and focus on the kind of mainstream music for adults, 50 years old and so on. I mean, if you take a look at this list, it's pretty straightforward for all the popular stuff they want. Wannabe Spice Girls, We Are Family, which I never play anymore, but that's what they want, fine. Jonas Brothers, Cupid Shuffle, Sexy and I Know It, Rolling Stones, Jay Gill's band, White Lines, Gwen Stefani. I mean, Jungle Love. The music is all over the place for this party, but that's good, because what it means is you can have a lot of fun with this one. You can jump around a lot and people are gonna stick with you. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Alan Jackson. So the country stuff is more for definitely when we're eating. All this stuff we're gonna play is definitely eating music. Stuck Like Glue, Sugarland, that's eating music. So I can play all that country stuff then and get it out of the way, and then I can get to dancing where she wants, Bang Bang Nicki Minaj, Anaconda Nicki Minaj. I mean, Boots with the Fur. That's another thing that clients will do. They will tell you the song is called something that it is not at all close to what it is. Boots with the Fur. What is that song? Do you know? I'll wait. If you didn't guess by now, the song is obviously Low by Flo Rida. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. That's how clients are. You guys know how this works. Another thing you're going to find that when it happens to be somebody's second marriage, they're a lot less likely to want a lot of the things that they did in the first one. So that means that first dance, they'll probably have a first dance. But likely they're not gonna have a grand entrance, they're not gonna have a bridal party, they're not gonna have a mother-son or father-daughter dance. It's really just about the party. Every time I've ever done a second wedding, it's always the same. We just want people to have a good time, drink, have fun. We don't care about the formalities, don't worry about that. So this is gonna be a really, really easy. I mean, there's not even a grand entrance on this actual party. It's just first dance, and the rest is all just music they wanna hear. So really, really lax. I'm emceeing and DJing this event, and we have a photo booth. That's it. Pretty basic, pretty straightforward. Okay, I think I got what I need. All the critical songs that are very important to the party itself. I have all those. I have the majority of the songs, except for maybe, 5 or 6, which I will pull using the streaming services. I'm not opposed to using streaming services when it's for stuff like this. If it's critical music, download it. You gotta download the critical music. Don't be caught in a bad Wi-Fi area and not being able to get that music. So very, very important. All right, guys, I'm gonna get going here. Let's get to this party. Let's go rock. How you doing? Good. Okay, get to carry stuff across the grass. That'll be great. Trying to figure out where my photo booth guy is, because technically I'm later than I should be, so he should have already been here. Where are you, question mark? All right, let's go set up. Hello? What? You don't have your vinyl? Okay, well, I'm close to you. You can come by and pick up my vinyl. I'm not using it. See what I deal with? That's something that should not ever happen. But it is happening. People who don't remember to bring stuff are incredibly frustrating. So, if you are in the local area of Southern California and you're looking to maybe pick up some weekend gigs, I'm going to leave our email address in the description, and you can send your Soundcloud or Mixcloud version and your resume off to us. We're not looking for people who do this for a living. We're not looking for people who own their own businesses. It's just people that are trying to look for a little way to earn a little extra money. So if that's something that interests you, in the comment section you'll see my email. Email me, send me your stuff. My guys will take a listen, and if we got space for you, we'll make it happen. Did I mention it's hot? It's cooling down a little bit, but it is still almost 90 degrees outside. Fortunately, the sun's going down, so it's gonna make it a little easier, but still very, very hot. Now, this is at a house, so you always have to deal with the fact that it might end early, the cops might come, might make you turn it down, but based upon what I'm hearing already, I'm hearing parties over here. I know I heard another party down the road, so maybe they'll be a little cooler in this area. But we'll find out. The only problem with these boys is the weight, getting them up. Because they are not light speakers. By no means are they light speakers. Although, I don't know how people complain. You know what? It's not like we all get a chance to get a workout in. This is an easy way to get some resistance training. One other thing, on one of my videos recently, when I did the 80s party, somebody had mentioned, I can't believe you left the poles exposed. And I told them, well, it was an all-black party. I have white scrims, so that wouldn't have looked good on an all-black party. Today, wedding, got my white scrims. Nice and clean, make it look really, really good. You need foot mats? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one down for.
You know what, let me explain the brilliance of some people. So, the guy got new Rain 12s, and he needed records for his Rain 12. He could have used any record. He could have used a beaten up, old Serato vinyl, one that didn't work anymore, the grooves were all jacked up, but he used the ones he always uses. So when he gets to his party and realizes that there's no vinyl on the turntables, because we don't provide vinyl, bring your own, he realizes he used the only vinyl he had. This is the world I live in. This is what I deal with. Okay, I gotta focus on my own party. People clapping up top. So there's one thing that's going on today. Right above the house, which is right over here, they're having a party over there too. It's a 50th birthday for somebody, but they're having it outside and they're showing home movies of his 50 years of life. See? You can hear it right now, the speaker's going on. So we're gonna be battling them all night long. Somebody's gonna lose. It's not gonna be me. I got people starting to show up now. They are literally right on time because it is 7:30 and that's when the party started. People have been here since about 7 o'clock. That's what happens. All people are always on time or early. I really love this lens. It's big as hell, but damn do I look good.
Now switch partners. 1, 2, 3. Now, who's gonna help me get Mark up there? We need Mark up there. 1, 2, 3, and there we go! Grab that napkin, Mark. Grab that napkin. There we go. We bring it into the middle. And back out to the sides. Let's go. And into the middle. And back out. Now on this last time, when we go into the middle, we're going to scream Mazel Tov as loud as we can. On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, it's time to dance. We're going to have a little fun tonight. I need to see everybody remaining on that floor.
We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
That was a long day. A lot longer than I had anticipated. I knew going in about the gym in the morning. I knew that was going to be a really early morning. But then you coupled with me being on my own for this one mobile gig, going overtime, it just takes a lot out of you. I'm starving right now. I got food in the oven that I'm about to eat, which is the worst thing for you, but I don't have a choice. If I go to bed right now like this, it's going to be a really, really bad morning for me. But the reason why I'm talking to you right now, because I wanted to just talk a little bit about, well, two things. Well, one, it's refreshing to have a party where people just want to have a good time. And the thing about weddings is most people that go to weddings are there because of happiness. They're there for enjoyment. So when they go to this wedding, they want to have a good time. There's love in the air. Everybody's romantic. Everybody wants to have a good time. The best parties are typically weddings, to be honest with you. I don't always get weddings. I get bar mitzvahs, I get corporate, but the weddings, when you do weddings, those are the ones that you really want to do. And there's a couple of reasons. One, because they're there to have a good time. They're usually drunk off their asses. And two, because there's so many different demographics, age groups, music choices. There's all of these different options, which allows you as an open format DJ to be able to just really play to the entire crowd, not just one thing. I mean, when we're doing corporate, I mean, there's a specific style. When you're doing bar mitzvahs, there's a specific style. But with weddings, you know, all bets are off. You can do pretty much whatever you want and jump around, and it gives you a little bit more creativity in DJing, because we all know that sometimes when you're DJing, not that you're going through the motions, but you're kind of placed in a box, so you have to kind of stay within there, and it's nice to be able to get out of that box and just kind of do what you do, and it's a little more fun. Oh, and another thing. So halfway through the party, maybe I don't know, a third into the dance set of the party, crowd's packed. We have probably 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, even some 70-year-olds. They're all dancing. It's going well. I get a person that comes up and says, "Hey, the bride wants Tupac. And I told her, I'm not playing Tupac right now. I will play it later on. I'm not playing it right now. I said, the reason why I'm not gonna play it is because it's gonna kill your dance floor. They don't want Tupac. I get it that you want it. I'm gonna play it a little later. Now, I say this because I know a lot of DJs, the moment the bride comes over and says, hey, I gotta play this song, your first impulse is to go, oh my God, I gotta make sure she's happy. I gotta play that song right now. But you have to realize that even though she's your client, the client is the success of the party. And if there's nobody dancing, no matter how hard you try, that client's not gonna be happy. Even if you play every song that she wants to hear, she's still gonna blame you when that party goes downhill and nobody's dancing. So you have to be able to stop and say, look, I get it. I know you want this song. I'm gonna play it for you, just not at this moment because I wanna keep everybody on the dance floor. And once you tell her that, typically speaking, if they're reasonable, they'll go, oh, okay, but just make sure you play her song. This one was the friend that was sent over, and when I told her no, the look on her face was like, oh my God, how dare you tell me no? But we gotta do what we gotta do. I have, my obligation is to the client and to the crowd. When the client says I wanna have a good party, my knowledge of parties, my skill sets, my ability to read a crowd supersedes what they want at that moment, because I can see it from a bird's eye view, and I know what's gonna happen if I do something that they ask for. Even though the client's asking for it, I have an obligation to make sure that party goes off. So I did play her Tupac later on in the night, and she was happy. I also played a whole bunch of other songs that made her just as happy. So sometimes they get stuck in a mindset, and then you play something else and they're like, oh my God, I love this song too. And they stick with you. Now, of course, you can't be a butthead about it. You can't just tell her no and never play her song, because then that's how you get bad Yelp reviews. But ultimately speaking, you just want to make sure the party goes off. And that's my biggest concern, and that should be your biggest concern. So, all right, guys, it is late. I'm ready to go to bed, but I got to eat first. So hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I got several more coming. I know you guys have been asking for them. I know you guys like them. So I'm going to try to keep putting them out. I think I'm actually backdated right now. I actually have 2 that I have to edit and then post out. So you're probably going to see 2 next week. And then the week that's coming up, I'm with a drummer. So that's going to be a really cool vlog too. And then I'll obviously my other videos that are coming through. So if you guys found what I said here useful, hit that like button. If you found what I said here really useful, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe, because obviously I'm going to be putting out these things. It's a lot of work doing these things. I'm going to tell you this right now. It takes a couple of days. So make sure if you found it useful, if you're enjoying what you're seeing here, hit that like button. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter under this tag right here. All right, guys, always a pleasure. It's late. Have a good night. If I don't talk to you later, we'll talk soon. Peace.